Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know, long time no see from me, right? I don't know, I just got busy and then sometimes I just get downright lazy. So that's the truth of the matter. So anyway, I'm getting kind of a later start than I like to do with my videos, but I watched a video today and it was from, I will tell you here in a moment who it was from. Scrapbooking with Me Crafts. I just recently subscribed to her channel. And I will give you a link to her channel if you're not familiar with her channel. And she also has an online store and different things like that. So usually if you watch one of her videos like I did tonight, she gives you a list of all kinds of things that that you can get from their Amazon store. So, I thought that I would try making my own bit with, you know how you have, now I have a lot of these kind of papers that, now generally I do like graphic 45. Now, I mean, this side of the graphic 45 wasn't bad, right? Okay, so, but this side had bathing beauties on it and I don't know, what do you call them, mermaids, and look, feet sticking out of the water and everything. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've never liked that paper. Now, I never did buy the actual paper pad that this all went to. I had a friend a long time ago send me some papers of this particular stuff, and it was like boardwalk, whatever. And then when I watched Scrapbooking with Me this evening, she said, you know, there might be some paper you don't like in your stash. And I thought, yeah, there is. So, actually, I watched her channel earlier today on the TV, and then she mentioned something about a glazing medium instead of using like, she said you could use Mod Podge, which I figured you would do with, you know, napkins and things like that. But she mentioned this glazing medium, and it was a matte thing. Well, so my husband and I had to run some errands earlier today, and so we went by Hobby Lobby. And of course, you know, I'm just looking in their paint department, and I'm looking up there, and I see Liquitex, and I see it says professional acrylic medium, but I failed to see that this says glazing medium. This is gloss. This actually is ideal for glazing, extends color, lowers viscosity. I don't know how you say that. Enhances gloss. You know, but it has more water in it than the stuff that she was using. So now I know what to buy. I need to pay more attention, not just look at colors and go, oh, acrylic medium, you know, glazing medium. That's what I went with, and I just got that. And yeah, it was rather expensive. So anyway, but I thought, you know, I bought it. I might as well try it. So this is what I did. I used a paper napkin from, let me get her stuff here. This is actually from an Etsy shop online called Journey of Crafting. And you can find some really neat napkins from her. This one particular one is not from her. But these were a couple of designs I had gotten from her. And Journey of Crafting. And I'll leave a link to her shop. But yeah, I went ahead and ordered this one. Let me open it up here. This one here. And then, of course, this one has a bunch of butterflies on it, which, you know, this is technically the first day of spring now. It doesn't really feel like spring weather out there uh, today, but it was beautiful. I will give you that. And on the day that I came home from work, which was on, I have to think, Saturday. Saturday was when I worked. And when my husband came to pick me up, oh my gosh, it was snowing. It was absolutely beautiful, but it was snowing and it was actually sticking. But the next day it all, basically melted. But it was so pretty when it was falling, and it was kind of treacherous driving. But anyway, so I really loved how this turned out. And I just went ahead and used the stuff even though it's quite watery. Okay, so I'm just going to use this because, and it does have a slight sheen to it, as you can see, if I can kind of get the light on there a little bit better. Why is my light over there? Now you can see that a little bit better. It has kind of an old-fashionedness to it. So if you've never put down or used a paper napkin before in your crafting, then let me assure you, it's not as hard as you think it might be, or if you've been sort of like, I'm not really too sure how that works, but you'll want to use some tape and but if you have already done this, then you already know. But there can be several layers to a napkin. You want to do it in such a way that you don't actually tear the design. I mean, sometimes that happens. Sometimes it happens with me. I don't know if it's going to happen with you, but sometimes that does happen with me. So using tape will generally get that off of there. And I just know that there's another layer to all this, and there is. If it'll just come. This is really stuck down here. There it is. There it is, right there. Da 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 da. Well, wow, that didn't really give me much, did it? Oh, come on. Tear for me, please. Well, a lot of good that did. Well, anyway, if you're new to my channel, my name is Mary. And if you've never watched any of my videos, you're certainly welcome. I do welcome all new people, viewers, and if you'd like to subscribe, I would really appreciate it. And if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. And I, I know I haven't uploaded anything on this channel in a long, long time. But I'm trying to make up for it tonight. So anyway, I cannot believe I have 168 subscribers. I know sometimes that varies, and it will vary, here and there, but I certainly appreciate all my new subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. So I know I'm going to be able to see right through that, but it kind of gives an air of, it's like here, I thought, oh, I don't know what that's going to look like. That kind of looks kind of cool if you think about it. Whereas before, I kind of looked at that paper and thought, yeah, I never did like it. And, I mean, I like old vintagey stuff, but I just didn't like how that was designed, and I thought, well, I'll save the paper. Maybe I'll know what to do with it, but, yeah. So, okay, what I'm going to do then, since I made the mistake and got the gloss, and this is a little bit more watery to work with. Yes, now I know. Now I know what to buy. That would have been helpful to know that. I mean, I didn't even think about it. We went there and I thought, well, And two, sometimes I don't make really good conditions. Um, Selections, decisions. That's the word I'm looking for. Decisions when I'm hungry. So I probably was a little bit on the hungry side when my husband and I were out earlier. And, well, there you go. So, yeah, I am going to be seeing that through there, but that's all right. That's cool. I don't mind that at all. So, I'm just using an ordinary brush, and we're just going to give this a whirl. Like I said, I just watched her video earlier today, and as soon as I got this, I mean, I didn't sit right down and go, okay, I'm going to work with this. First, I had to eat something, you know. I'm like a bear if I'm real hungry, so I told my husband, I said, you need to make me a sign that says feed the bear, or feed the bears. Because I get very, oh man, I would have dumped that if I tipped that out anymore. Oh dear, 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 that would have been bad. So yeah, I think he needs to make me a sign that says feed the bears. So, I mean, this particular paper, it's okay, but it's not anything I really want. And I noticed this too is when I'm working with this stuff, since it is a little bit more watered down, it to kind of work with it sort of fast. Good, I wanted to make sure I was in the shot there. And I'm going to put that off to the side there. Oh my goodness, why is it when I'm working with stuff, my nose starts to itch? You ever notice that? Or does your nose ever, itch when you get to working with stuff? Especially when my hands are in a gooey bowl of mixture for meatloaf or something like that, when I mix it up by hand. Oh no. Oh well, I'm just going to leave it as is there. So we're going to just accept the fact that this one's going to have some wrinkles in it. That'll just add to the charm of everything, right? Right. We're just going to do that. Yeah. And yeah. See, I even got a little tear right there. Oh my goodness. How terrible a tear. Well, it can be fixed. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so then I'm just kind of doing this in stages, and that's kind of how the lady did it on her video. So that's the way I'm going to do it. But she used, like I said, she used the right stuff. And like I said, she mentioned you can use Mod Podge, if you're so inclined, or if you just happen to have some on hand. Now, I do have some on hand, but for some reason I thought, well, this is kind of like decoupaging, but not really, so I'm just going to put that on there like that, put that there. Hopefully it doesn't get over on my computer keys. That would be also a big mess. And I knew, blah, blah, blah. I can't talk. Oh dear, tongue is tied tonight. Oh dear, let's go this way. Yeah, so I'm off for a few days, and like I said, sometimes, you just kind of get in a rut, and you think, I don't know if I really want to make a video or not. And see, look, that went through there. But that's all right. Just go a little bit easier, Mary. Don't be so quick. See, when I try to go quick, then things mess up. Yeah. But like I said, this is only my second one I've done this evening, and yeah. It's kind of like decoupaging because, you will be going back over this, so, yeah. Unless you like working with really watery stuff, and that's what I've noticed with this stuff, then it might take a little bit longer to dry, which then I would suggest using a heat tool, which I do have, which is awfully nice to have. So let's go ahead and just do this. Did that rip too? I don't know if it did or not. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that kind of went gloop right through there. So yeah, oh my goodness, look at that. Gloopy, gloopy, gloopy. I'm getting heavy-handed here. I just keep some of these nearby, so when you have gloopy messes like this one over here, then you can quickly get it up, you know. Otherwise, you're just going to have one gloopy mess after another. Oh my gosh. This is just lovely. Oh, maybe this had some of it on there earlier today, and I forgot to... Excuse me, I forgot to clean it off. Oh my goodness. Well, important lesson for today. Keep this cleaned off, or else you're going to be having some issues. So if you're over here on this side of the world where I am, this is the first day of spring. So, and I would imagine if you're in Australia or New Zealand, this would be what, the first day of fall? I don't, oopsie, I see what I've been doing. Yeah, I've been kind of messy. So, but I've been really looking forward to getting into the springtime. Oh my goodness. Wow, oopsie doodles. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. This is not supposed to do this, folks. But it is. It's sticking. Oh, great. See, this is a bit messy. Next time I've learned my lesson, I will get the other stuff. Haha. Yeah. Yep. I had to learn that the hard way, I guess. Yeah, that was real nice there, Mary. Yeah. And I really haven't done any more crafts lately, so I've just been, I don't know, just in a, oh dear, oh no, golly dang. What the poo here? Is that not sticky now? Well, this is just going to have a bunch of wrinkles in it. Maybe I'm just trying to go fast because, you know, I'm doing a video and I don't want to bore you all too much with me constantly gluing and rolling, so... Huh. Well, isn't that just a... That's not what I was hoping to do, but... Oh my goodness. Again, with the grossities of everything. I don't know, maybe this... Oh, gee, and I ripped that. Well, you've seen it here, folks. Me and my messiness here. And I think that's just what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go fast and not really taking my time. So, oh my gosh, look at that. I'm just slopping it everywhere. And you can laugh. That's fine with me. Get a chuckle. If you can chuckle, if you've had kind of a bad, rough day or something, and you can chuckle by watching my videos, then hey, that's good. That's all good, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, good gosh. Well, I never really thought of me as having a heavy hand either, but oh my, I do. Need to go light with this, very light. And this is going to make your paper a little bit on the light side. And you know what? That didn't really even cover up too much of that particular design. But to me, it just sort of muted it, you know? Yeah. And that's exactly what I wanted it to do. Just kind of mute that busyness. And who knows, maybe this looks a little bit too busy for you, or just kind of like a conglomeration of I don't know what. But I just wanted to do something, see how this was going to turn out. But I do know one thing, I have got to order some more of these real pretty napkins. I just really didn't know what all I was going to do with the napkins, to tell you the truth. Just be truthful with you, just to kind of get that out. Just get that off my mind. I feel so much better now that I told you the truth. But, yeah, you know how, I don't know what kind of a shopper, crafter person you are, but I know how I am. You know, with the prices of everything kind of going up here and there, I just think, well, just get more of this, just get more of that, you know. And I know when you buy something online, of course, you're just going to have to pay for shipping. But, you know, that's just the truth of it. You're going to have to pay for it one way or t'other. Okay, so you might think, well, that looks like a big mess. And so far, you would be right. It is messy looking. So what we're going to do, though, and trust me, this will start to look better, I hope, anyway. So well, like I said, the other medium that Scrapbooking With Me used, hers wasn't so watery like this one is. This is just rather goopy, and it almost reminds me of Mod Podge anyway. But I figured I would just go ahead and use this. Last thing I need to have it on is my keyboard. Yeah, that would be a big mess. Get my keys all sticky and everything. But I thought since I paid quite a bit of money for this stuff, I would use it to my best ability. And that is what I am doing. And I kind of like having something, oh my goodness. You want to watch to make sure that when your fingers are a little bit sticky, it's going to be a little bit tacky, then you don't want to keep your fingers too long in one spot on your napkin, because believe it or not, that happened to me earlier when I did the other one. I didn't realize I was trying to get this stuff to dry, and I didn't realize there was an area there where my fingers had gotten stuck to the paper, and I pulled up some nice little pieces of my the napkin, but because the background kind of matched it a little bit better, I didn't really notice it as much. Oh dear, is this now look at this. It's like you can see that design coming through a whole lot better than you can even the flowers. So I'm hoping that when this dries, you can see more of the flowers. Since I didn't have very many napkins, I had only bought so many. And I pretty much have to buy these napkins on Etsy, because there is no store in my area that I know of that actually sells these types of real pretty napkins with the real pretty designs. So I'm kind of limited. And so that's why I have to rely on buying everything off of Etsy. Especially if it's a unique item. It's nice to have Etsy, really. And you know what I have a lot of, and it's going to take me a while to photograph it all and all this good stuff. No, I don't have an actual Etsy shop or anything like that, and I've actually thought about having another one. And if you're not familiar, if you never had heard of when I did have an Etsy shop a while back, anyway, I used to sell digitals, and I used to do outline drawings, and then people would, buy those, download them, and print them out and use them in their cards and things like that, greeting cards and stuff. So, yeah, so I still draw, but I just have not, I don't have a Etsy shop, is what I'm trying to say. So, that, when I digress, but, when I need to take a photograph, lots of photographs of, and everything, is I have a wedding dress that has tons of wedding appliques. And oh my gosh, this dress was full of appliques. And it's going to take me a month of Sundays to get all those pieces photographed. But when I do get them photographed and everything, I will eventually link that all up with my YouTube channel and show you where it will be available then. And then if you live in the U.S., because I think it would be rather expensive if you don't live in the U.S., then you can buy those, you know. So they won't be digital. They'll be an actual, a physical item that you'd be able to purchase then. But don't hold your breath because, you know, it's just going to take me a long time to photograph it. It might even take me into, I'm going to say the summer maybe, to do all that wonderful stuff. So yeah, it's just going to take me a while. And you're probably thinking, well, what would wedding appliques be good for? Well, if you do any kind of junk journaling or anything like that, wedding appliques can be excellent for just different applications. So this is probably going to make the paper really wet and soggy that I'm doing. In fact, I can even show you a sample of, but these are ones I'm keeping for myself. But hang on a minute. I'm going to make sure that this is not sticking. Oh, oh dear. Oh, this one is sticking. Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Well, dilly dally darn. Oh, my gosh. Really? I guess I just got it a little bit... the dangers of working with something a little bit too sloppy. Oh, my gosh. It wants to become permanently attached to this particular mat. This is an old Cricut mat that I'm using, and yeah. So I think I got a little bit of heavy laden there, yeah. So I think I just need to sort of wrap that one up, and oh gee whiz willikers, yeah. Well, anyway, I am going to pause my video, I think, but before I do, I will show you just a sampling of what will be, let's see, available at some point. This is just a tease. It's a teaser. So the dress came with a whole bunch of these kind of appliques, and oh my gosh, I got lots of them to do. Lots of them to cut out and everything. But if this is more or less your style of things and you like things like this, I'm going to try really hard to get this stuff photographed and make it available. And so, yeah, I just wanted to show you how pretty that is. It's beautiful. And actually, I don't know if you could call it vintage, but it's from a dress from 1995. So, and it wasn't my dress. It was a dress that I got gifted to me, and I just really didn't know what I was going to do with that. But this is mine that I'm keeping. So, and whoa, oh my goodness. Well, it's all I had to do was knock that off, and it went boom-de boom there. Well, anyway, so I don't bore you with me getting my heat gun out here before I do any more boo-boos. You might want to not purchase this stuff, but if you want a sheen to things or a glaze, then, you know, by all means get this stuff. But just remember, it does kind of saturate your paper. But I'll come back, and I promise I won't cut off this video. Well, see, I wanted to show you that I've just been drying this for a very short time. And yes, it's still very wet. It's very saturated. But it does, now see how this was sticking to the thing and it was actually pulling up that paper. But I kind of like that anyway, because I'm not going to say, oh dear, that was a total mess up. But I guess it could have been a mess up if you didn't really want that. But to me, it just lends to the more of a vintage flair, I suppose. So anyway, yeah, you can still basically see the design, but at least the, for me, it was a rather busy design, and I really feel like it just really wasn't a style that I really liked that well. And like I said, this paper was gifted to me, but I think sometimes, you know, when you use a napkin that has something else on it, a different sort of design, it kind of helps to take away some of the busyness. Now, maybe some of you might say, well, that looks more busy, but more busy. Looks busier, but to me, it's more calm. I just don't like real super busy designs. Ooh, that is hot when you're working with something. I'm just working with something like this. You could probably use a hairdryer too, but it's going to take me a little while to get this to where it needs to be. And I'm sure you don't want to wait for me to dry this. So I will pause you for just a moment or two. All right, well, I'm back, and let me see if I can put my tool up there without dropping it. Yeah, you don't want to pay some money for things and have them dropped and broken on the floor, but thankfully it wasn't too bad. Well, because this stuff is a little bit more, like I said, it's a little bit more runny to work with. It does kind of remind me more of Mod Podge than anything. Very expensive Mod Podge. But anyway, so as you can see, there's a lot of sheen to this. If you like a lot of sheen, then this will work perfect. But I don't mind sheen. I just wanted, at least I wanted to try something just to see how it was going to work out. This is not totally dry yet or anything like that. But I will say that this one is basically dried. And I did this maybe probably about an hour or so ago. Oh, it's been probably about a couple of hours. And this stayed very damp for a while, and I feel like this is a lot more dry than it was. I don't really mind that side. Even though it's a busy design, I don't mind that. Of course, that design behind all the butterflies wasn't as busy. It's just the graphics I didn't really care for. Like the legs going into the water there and stuff. I'm sure she was diving into the water, but I don't know. I just didn't care for it. But I really like how this looked, and because of the vintage feel behind it, it actually kind of enhances the graphic in a way. So I do like how that turned out. Now, I'm really hoping that that you'll be able to see more of the I guess this would be more of a muted print of the flowers and everything, you know. But I still kind of like how it turned out. So it's kind of neat. And of course, you know, this side here you can kind of see more, but you know, I don't really mind that so much. I can actually tolerate this paper a lot better. And then somehow I just don't really mind this so much on the other side. Now, because I have an astigmatism, it looks like some of these swirls are kind of moving to me. So it is just a little bit too busy. So now you know why I don't like real busy prints. But anyway, So, but I think that will be great. And so when it finally dries, and the reason why I'm doing this, and I wanted to try it anyway, is to make some tags and things like that. But I'm not going to really do much with this one tonight. I'm going to let it dry pretty much on its own. And when it's more dry, I think I'll go ahead and more dry. When it gets drier, I should say, then I'll pull off the excess of that. But I think it turned out really, really well. And like I said, I like the sheen to it. So that's kind of neat. So the next time I'm on Amazon, I will definitely have to buy some more of the, and I would imagine you could probably find it at Hobby Lobby too, but I guess I really just didn't know what I was looking for, to tell you the truth. I guess I just didn't really watch her video all the way through, and I didn't, like I said, I was watching it earlier on the TV, and so there was no way that I could check out her links. But anyway, now I know what to look for, and I just really like how this is turning out. Now that's a little bit more sticky there because it was probably kind of dabbled some of that, blop some of that stuff on there. But I think this will work out totally, and I might even have to cover up that side. I'm just not that thrilled with that side. But yeah. But anyway, well, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And I'm sorry, I'm just not really going to do a whole lot with this video, but again, I just really like how that one turned out. Maybe it's because the butterflies are a little bit darker or whatever. I don't know what it is, but I just really like how that one turned out. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And my goodness, I'm going to really have to clean up my desk here. My desk is always a mess. Doesn't matter how much I try to keep it clean, it's always messy. You can ask my husband, he'll vouch for that. But anyway, so thank you again for sticking around and watching this. And like I said, I will provide links at the in the description box. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And again, I do thank you so much for my subscribers. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're here. And as always, I enjoy crafting with you and showing you what I will be doing. And so hopefully on the next video, then I will be showing you what I am doing with these papers then. Alrighty. I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.